Welcome to Talk That Talk with DivaSpeaks Relationships. My name is Angela Patrial, your unlicensed therapist, and yes, we have a brand new letter in the inbox, and I'm super excited about this one. And you may be asking, why, Diva? Why are you excited about this one? Because this letter, I have a point of reference. Yes, I do. I have a point of reference and some experience regarding certain elements, okay, in this letter. But before we get started, let me invite you, if you haven't had an opportunity, to add my channel on your Roku, your Apple TV, your Amazon Fire devices. Make sure that you do so. It is DivaSpeaks Relationships. That is the name of my channel. Make sure that you add it, okay? Once again, Roku, Apple Television, and Amazon Fire. Add my channel tonight, okay? On this lazy Thursday night, I need you to add my channel. And don't forget, every second and fourth Friday of the month, okay, you can find the DivaSpeaks Relationships Talk Show, the televised version, at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Spectrum Cable, as well as AT&T Uverse. Check your local listings if you are outside of the Carolinas, because I don't know where it's airing, because it's everywhere. The Diva is everywhere. Make sure that you visit my website, which is a one-stop shop for all DivaSpeaks relationships things related, okay? You can find the digital card games that my sweetie and I have developed. Yes, we have. Couples games, okay? I'll lose my thought. Okay, games for couples, as well as therapeutic games for couples who are experiencing some turbulence or crisis right now in this season of their life. We do have therapeutic card games, as well as the fun stuff, the provocative, the sexy. We have all of that, okay? So make sure you visit the website. And finally, every Friday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can check out the He Say, She Say show on TikTok Live, hosted by none other than my man, Big Mike, and co-host myself. That is where the grown folks gather, okay? This is where we tackle topics surrounding all relationship issues. Everyone is invited to the table so we can have a conversation, but only the grown and sexy can come. If you don't know how to conduct yourself or express yourself with respect, you are not invited. Otherwise, be there. Meet us every Friday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TikTok for the He Says, She Says show. We said what we said, okay? Now, guys, with all of that out of the way, listen, we have a letter from one of our good sisters, and we're going to talk about it. I'm going to put on my readers so that I can read you what our good sister wrote, and then I'm going to be very short and sweet and direct with my response. All right, so let's get into it. Happy Thursday, everyone. Happy Thursday. Okay, so here goes. Wait a minute. Let me adjust some things, guys. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. So here goes the letter from our good sis. She says, I don't even recognize myself lately. Every time I see my ex, it's like my stomach drops. He's out here looking better than ever he did with me. Fresh cut, brand new car, smiling like he's living his best life. And that woman, always right beside him, looking too happy for me. I know I did him wrong. I can't pretend I didn't. Towards the end, I was mean as hell to him. I used to talk to him any kind of way. I was loud, disrespectful, like I was trying to prove that I ran things. I'd clown him in front of people. Oh, you did? Tell him he wasn't man enough when I didn't get my way. I thought it was funny back then. I thought breaking him down made me the boss. Truth is, I was just scared of losing control. I wanted him chasing me and begging me, so I played dirty. I let other men flirt with me right in front of him. I had a couple of flings behind his back just to see if he would fight for me. He found out in the worst way, and instead of leaving, he tried to forgive me. Okay. I took that for weakness. Now I'd give anything to have that kind of love again. I watch him now and it kills me. He looks like peace. He looks like the man I always said I wanted him to be, but now he's that man for her. Okay, she gets the healed version, the proud version, the man with confidence, and I can't stand it. Every time I see them, I can't stop myself from staring. She laughs at his jokes. He holds her hand. I hate it and I hate her. I hate that she's in the way of me getting my man back. I still dream about him. I still imagine us together. I still think about the way he used to look at me, like I was the only woman in the world. Oh. Now when he sees me, he looks through me like I'm nothing, like he's disgusted. Diva, how do I fix this? How do I get his attention again? How do I make him... Wait a minute, I lost my place, guys. Hold on. Okay, so let me start over. Diva, how do I fix this? How do I get his attention again? How do I make him see that I've changed? What do I do about her? How do I get rid of the woman standing between me and the man I threw away? Because watching him love somebody else when I know I'm the reason he had to learn how to love better feels like punishment I can't escape. Oh, wait. So listen, if you're just now tuning in, we got a good sister who obviously wrote in for some advice because she's had a revelation about her own life, about her prior relationship, and moving forward in her life, she's decided what she needs in order to, what she needs back in her life to be happy. Our good sister writes us and tells us that she was in a good relationship. She had a good man. She acted like a silly little girl. She treated this man badly. And she's had some time in between the time she trashed her relationship. And now she's had some other relationships that didn't work out. And now she want that old thing back. She do. She want that old thing back. And our good sis said, hey, he's with the new woman looking all like peace. She says he's an elevated. She says he got himself a brand new car. He's holding this other woman's hand. He's acting like he's happy. The other woman is looking too happy. She says she just wants her man back. And our good sister wants to know, how does she go about getting the man back that she threw away? She wants to know, how do I do this? How can I spin the block, as the kids say? That's a popular saying, right? How do I spin the block, get him back, and get this heifer out the way? Okay, our good sister wants to know. Well, let's get into it. Let's now talk about the real issue here, okay? Let's talk about it. Sis, I'm going to need for you to put on your big girl panties, okay? I need you to put them big girl panties on because we're going to have a heart-to-heart. I told you guys at the beginning of this letter, okay? On this beautiful, lazy Thursday night, I told you that I have a point of reference for certain elements described in this letter. And I personally want to tell you, first and foremost, I think you coming to terms with the way that you treated your ex is a good thing for you, okay? You acknowledging the wrong that you did on your way out of that relationship is a good thing. What you do with that knowledge and what you've learned is very important, okay? It's very important that you have learned your lesson on how you treated that man in your prior relationship and how you're going to move forward with what you have learned, okay? That's very important. I want you to sit with that for a minute while I walk you through this thing. I have always said in prior shows, even at the beginning of DivaSpeaks Relationships, way back in the day, that who a person is towards the end of that relationship and how they treated you is who that person really is. You have admitted in the letter that you were not kind to the man that used to belong to you. You have admitted committing infidelity in the relationship just to get his attention. You have admitted to abusing, at that time, your man. This was you doing this. This was you. You say you talked to him any kind of way when you couldn't get your way. You said that you had flings just to get his attention. You said that even after you had the flings, your used to be man chose to forgive you despite all of that. He said, I'm going to forgive you. I'm choosing forgiveness because I want to try to work it out. But you didn't receive that. You didn't receive that grace. You didn't receive that. What you did was, according to you, beloved, you took that as a sign of weakness. That is where you were as a woman at that point in time in your life. You were playing little girl, silly little girl games. You were not acting like a mature woman. In all of the things that you have described, nothing in this letter says, I'm a woman of a particular caliber that knows how to conduct herself in a relationship, even when things are not going my way. Instead, when you didn't get your way, you trashed the man, you vandalized your relationship, you went ahead and dumped that guy that you were with, who was once your man, probably causing him all types of emotional devastation and embarrassment. You left him after everything he was willing to give to you. And when I say everything, I'm thinking of the part of the letter where you say he was willing to forgive you in spite of the infidelity. You treated that man like you could just go out and get you another one, knowing there's a shortage of good men out here. I feel for you, sis. And then, hold on, towards the end of the letter, you did say, you still dream about him. Okay, you say, I still dream about him. I still imagine us together. I still think about the way he used to look at me like I was the only woman in the world. You had a good one, girl. And then you say, now when he sees you, he looks right through you like he's disgusted. He probably is, sis. Let's just be clear right about now. He probably is disgusted. That man probably had to go through a lot to get you and the residue from his encounter with you, his life with you, how he experienced you out of his system, out of his mental, He went through a lot. Now you see this man happy and life didn't turn out for you the way that you expected it to go. And you have to ask yourself, good sis, if everything had worked out for you as you had anticipated when you dogged out the man at that time who was your man, would you still be thinking about your ex, or would you have went on about your business? That's a question only you can answer, okay? But because things have not worked out for you according to how maybe or perhaps you planned, now you're looking back. You're looking back at a man who's healed and moved on with another woman. You don't have to hate the new woman. You don't. You are the problem. And by the way, guys, check out the website, okay? Am I the Problem is an official card game created by me and my sweetie, okay? You are absolutely the problem. You acted like a little girl. You played little girl games and now your face has been cracked. You can't hate the new woman because she chose to step in and treat the man that you trash like a king. You're hating her when you should hate the behavior and how you acted towards that man. Another fatal mistake. You keep talking about your man. He's not your man anymore. He has moved on. What can you do at this point? Good sis, learn your lesson and move on and do better in the next relationship. Hating that woman, obsessing over the new woman is not going to benefit you. The only thing it does is it keeps you stuck in the past. It keeps you looking bitter and unfulfilled. And the two of them are just going on about their life while you sit and continue to reminisce over something that you destroyed. You destroyed it. According to you, you destroyed your own relationship that you had at that time. And now that man has moved on. You know, the old folk got a saying where I come from. Sometimes the best looking man in the world is your ex on the arms of another woman, or in the arms of another woman. And maybe that's what you are, that's what you're going through right now. Oh, he's looking good because you can't have him. Oh, he's looking good because he's healed. Oh, he's looking good to you because you know what? He's happy and thriving with his new lady, okay? And you, my friend, are stuck in the past. You gave away that, according to you, in the contents of your letter, if I was to describe it, you gave away trash, tarnished, and blew up your own blessing. Yes, you did. You threw it away. So what you can do is, instead of continuing to tarnish your image in the eyes of your ex by your silly little antic and your attempts to get him back, why don't you woman up, okay? Learn the lesson and do better in the next relationship. That's what grown women do, mature women do. Like, you realize, I messed that up, okay? I can't spin the block on this one, okay? So in my next relationship, if I should ever get another good man, I will do better. I won't play those games. I will stand in the femininity that God blessed me with as a natural born woman. That's what you have to do. But trying to become an issue in his current relationship only makes you look crazy, obsessed, bitter, and just a troublemaker. Is that what you really want after all you've been through, after what you have learned from the games that you've played? This time, sis, I want you to really think about what you're going to do before you do it. Don't act out of emotion. Don't lash out at people. Don't make it a point to tear people down when you are in the heat of the moment. You know what I'm saying? So this is an awful situation. And it doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve you, meaning that you learn your lesson way too late, okay? Now you can appreciate what you had, but what you had is no longer yours. It belongs to another woman. Another woman that your ex is now happy with. And see, I think another mistake that you can make is not minding your business, fixating and focusing on him and his relationship, when at this point in your life, if you say you really learned your lesson, don't fixate on your ex and his new lady. Do better. Go find your own relationship, okay? Go find your own relationship and live your life. Because you can't be living your life to the fullest if you're focused on somebody that is over you. So guys, if you are just now tuning in, one of our good sisters, she wrote in, she's lost her way. Unfortunately, she learned her lesson way after the fact. And she's not the first woman to ever go through this. So I've heard, I've never put myself in a situation like this. But that's not to say that I myself haven't made mistakes of my own. I've made mistakes on my own too. So what I'm going to do at this point, guys, is I'm going to read parts of the letter. It is a tad bit long. I'm going to read parts of the letter, and then you guys feel free to comment, to write in with your response, or write me with your own issues, because I'm here to talk about it with you, because I am the unlicensed therapist. So here we go. Okay, so as promised, here goes the letter. I'm not going to read the whole thing, guys. I'm going to read just parts of it to give you a good idea. For those of you just now tuning in, what we are discussing. A good sis writes that she doesn't even recognize herself lately. Every time she sees her ex, it's like her stomach drops. She says he's out here looking better than ever he did with her. Fresh cut. She says her ex has a brand new car. He's smiling like he's living his best life. And that woman, always right beside him, looking too happy for our good sis, okay? She says I know I did him wrong. I can't even pretend I didn't. Toward the end, I was mean as hell to him. I used to talk to him any kind of way. I was loud, disrespectful. Wait a minute, I was loud and disrespectful, like I was trying to prove that I ran things. I clown him in front of people, tell him he wasn't man enough when I didn't get my way. I thought it was funny back then. I thought breaking him down made me a boss, okay? Truth is, I was just scared of losing control. She says, I wanted him chasing and begging me, so I played dirty. Okay, you played dirty. Okay, so I let other men flirt with me right in front of him. Had a couple of flings. Now, you took it too far, sis. Had a couple of flings behind his back just to see if he'd fight for me. That's only what a silly woman, a little girl, does things like that. He found out in the worst way. And sis, I really wish you had really got into how he found out. But nevertheless, she says he found out in the worst way. And instead of leaving, he tried to forgive me. You had a good one, girl. I took that for weakness. That's what our good sis, she says. She took it for weakness. She says she watched him now and it kills her. She says he's the man with this new woman that she always wanted him to be. She can't stand that new woman. She says, I still dream about him. I still imagine us together. I still think about the way he used to look at me, like I was the only woman in the world. Now when he sees me, he looks through me like I'm nothing, like he's disgusted. If he looks like it, he is, sister. How do I fix this? How do I get his attention again? How do I make him see that I've changed? And what do I do about her? How do I get rid of the woman standing between me and the man I threw away? Because watching him love somebody else is not what she can handle. You can't get rid of that new woman if he's happy with her. That's my point of reference right there. You can't get rid of that new woman if he's happy with her. You learned your lesson about that man and that relationship a little bit too late. My advice to you, woman to woman, do better moving forward. Looking back and attempting to spin the block on a prior relationship and a prior lover is not going to serve you well in this interest. The only thing you're going to do is fixate, obsess, become more bitter than you are, more unhappy, still be single because you're not really focusing on your own life. You're focusing on his. And he's moved on, as you should as well. You can't make him see anything. He's seeing everything he needs to see right now, which is you out the picture. He doesn't have the problems that he had when he was with you. You say, this man got a brand new car. You know how men are about cars. Oh my God, he's got a new one? I wish you would have told us what kind it was, sis. Got a brand new car. His lady and him appear to be happy. You're the only one not happy. I suggest you double down on your happiness. I suggest you find your own way. And if you've really learned your lesson on how to be a grown woman in your relationship, moving forward, the next man that gets you should be able to benefit from the knowledge that you've learned after the mistakes that you learned in this prior relationship. But trying to break up him and his lady, that makes you look all really. You think he's looking at you like he's disgusted now? Keep doing what you're doing, fixating on him and his new woman, and not minding your business, and that disgust will eventually evolve into something that you really can't stand. Because if you can tell that he's disgusted when he looks at you versus through you, I mean, both of those are, that's kind of jarring. I mean, let it go, sis. If you've learned your lesson, let the next man benefit from it. I mean, everybody makes mistakes. We all sin different. No, but I'm not making you the villain, but you're going to be the villain in his story. You're going to continue to be the villain in his story if you haven't learned how to mind your own business. You minding his business. You worried, talking about you hate the new woman. What you hate her for? Because she appreciates something that you trashed and threw away. You vandalized your own relationship. You cheated on your own man. And that man was such a good man. He said he was willing to forgive you. And your mind was infected. Your mind was so infected with immaturity and just all of the things that are not holy that you looked at his gift of forgiveness as weakness. But look who's living their best life now between you and him. You thought you could do better. A lot of people do when they trash their relationships. Okay, you think you can do better, and you end up with nothing. And the person that you left broken, the person that you attempted to destroy, ends up taking the time to sit out a few rounds. And by the time that they are ready to get back out there and they are open to another relationship and or love, they're ready to go. Meanwhile, here you are living in regret, and you are living in the past, and you owe it to yourself to move on with your life and stop fixating on your ex. You lost him, and stop talking about the new woman is with your man. Girl, he's not your man no more. He belongs to her. Her. You threw that. Again, you threw that man away. You gave him away. Okay, you made sure that he understood that you were walking out of that relationship. And again, I can't say it enough. The best thing you can do for yourself at this time is to, if you say you've learned the lesson, then show it. Let it manifest in how you move forward with your life. Fixating on your ex and his new woman, again, will never serve you in your best interest. It only makes you look bitter. It only makes you look like someone who is mentally and emotionally unstable. Okay, a troublemaker, drama, chaotic, and like you just are fixated on this cycle of toxicity. That's what it looks like. I would challenge you and I would encourage you, okay? The amount of energy that you are taking to try to come up with ways to get your ex's attention and to try to get him back, try to find your own love, a new love. That new man can benefit from the lessons that you have learned. Because I can tell you, most people, especially if that's not a breakup that they initiated, they're not the one that caused the whole thing to explode. You're the one, and the way you describe you treated that man on your way out. No, you're better off with someone new. Your ex has moved on, and I think you owe it to yourself to move on too. And I would say, at the risk of sounding like, I'm scolding you, I'll leave you with this. Most mature men, most men of value, a man that's going to take you serious and probably more than likely has the intent on seeing if he can have a future with you, No man wants a silly woman that plays silly little games and acts like a little girl or a deranged lunatic when she is upset. No man wants that. And most women don't want to align themselves with women of that particular caliber. Not only does it show that you're childish, you're toxic, you have issues, but you appear to be mentally unstable and emotionally unhinged. It's like you're a liability in any relationship because you don't know how to control your emotions. You don't know how to gather yourself and act like you got some sense, as the old people say. You don't know how to do that. And you've shown this in the last relationship with a good man that you had. You've shown it. Learn how to control your emotions. Don't be so reactive. Okay? Get yourself together. Something tells me there's a lot that's going on inside of you that may need healing, because we're not even just talking about a man. For you to treat anyone like you treated that man says that something has to be broken in you, and you don't get to interrupt his life, his happiness, because you haven't found your own after you left him. Grow up, sis. Grow up. And stop referring to him as your man. He ain't your man no more, girl. You gave that man away. He's somebody else's man. That new woman is enjoying that man. Okay? And I'm pretty sure he's enjoying her, because he's found something in her that you made sure he wasn't getting with you. And he's liking it. I challenge you, and I'm encouraging you to make sure that you've learned the lessons. Get some therapy if you need it. Okay? Make your mind up that from this day forward, how you treated the man that you threw away, you never act that way again, nor treat anyone else like that as well, okay? All right. This has been Talk That Talk with DivaSpeaks Relationships. My name is Angela Patarel. I am the unlicensed therapist waiting on the weekend. Okay, Thursday. It's still not Friday. But listen, make sure, also good sis, check out my website. Am I the Problem would be the perfect fit for you. This is a game. It can be therapeutic. It can be played within a group setting, or you can play it one-on-one. You know, the questions that are posed on each of the 52 cards in the card deck would serve you right now. Those are reflective questions that make you think about maybe parts of you that you haven't been willing to deal with. Am I the problem? Visit the website, purchase the game. It's going to be a great investment for you moving forward. And this Friday night, guys, make sure you check out the He Say, She Say show with me and my man, Big Mike, on the He Say, She Say show, which is hosted live on Friday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TikTok. Yes, the Clock app. That's where the grown folk gather. We talk about a little bit of everything. People come in and out of the panel. We have some great people that come through. You know, what am I trying to say? The faithful followers come through every time. You just have to be there to check it out, or make sure that you can check out my profile pages on any social media social media platform. I always try to provide you guys snippets of the conversations that we're having over there. My goal is to have, we're going to turn it into a television series, more than likely either later this year or the first part of next year, 2026. That is our vision. We're going to take it to television, since I do have the platform and the streaming channels or whatever. We're going to take it there. So a very exciting time for me and my sweetie. Once again, the He Say, She Say shows airs, or we are live every Friday night on TikTok. Make sure that you check out my channels on your Roku device, your Apple TV, your Amazon Fire, as well as every second and fourth Friday of the month. My talk show, my televised talk show, airs on cable and satellite television. Okay? Until the next time, guys.